Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Today we're going to do another episode of Logan's List. In this series, I'm going to share my opinion on all things music related, ranging from common topics to obscure topics. Fingerprints are one way to identify a person, but there's an even better way. Listening to the owner's ringtone. A ringtone can actually give you a fairly solid understanding of who a person is, even if they're a complete stranger. Today, I want to share with you some ringtones I personally put on my phones in the past and why. Arranged randomly. Now, I'm doing most of this solely from memory because even though I saved a lot of my phones, the only one that still works is my Galaxy S8. I'll play two of the ringtones out loud for you because they're not real songs. They just came by default with the phone, so I don't believe there's any risk of copyright. All the other ringtones will be linked down in the description. You know a great ringtone that I always wanted but never got? The Outraged Indian. It's so funny. Look it up. Don't forget to tell me what ringtones you've used as well in the comments. First, that 70s show theme. The reason being it's one of my favorite sitcoms. Kept alive by the meme of Kitty going, the writing implemented and interaction between characters both resulted in comedy gold. Not to mention, this theme turned me into a Cheap Trick fan. Cheap Trick performed it. I'm pretty sure this was the first time I heard Cheap Trick. It was love at first listen. Next, the chorus of Nickelback, I'd Come For You. Have I ever listened to this song during sex? None of your business. Looking back, the title is really cringy. Of course, when you're a kid, you overlook details like that. The lyrics are super romantic. I'd fight for you, I'd lie, it's true, give my life for you. I think I picked this ringtone to help differentiate between lust and love. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Lust is purely physical attraction. Nothing more. Love means you're willing to do anything to make someone happy, even if it hurts you. Next, Worn Out, which I assigned to my original Moto X, my first real smartphone. I love that phone. It was one of the first phones with a built-in always-on display, long before it became mainstream. Plus the dope gestures, twist to open the camera, chop to activate the flashlight, voice commands, custom startup screen, a jack-of-all-trades device, stuffed with little tricks to make life more convenient. Sorry, getting kind of sidetracked. Let me play Worn Out. Why Worn Out? Super simple explanation. It sounded savage. Made Monday seem like Friday. Enough said. Next, Holiday, found on my Galaxy S8. Check it out. I was a big fan of this ringtone because it caused a relaxing effect. It felt like a sleep aid. If I had a stressful day, I would listen to this holiday ringtone, breathe deeply, and calm down. It helped a lot. That's why I kept it longer than any other ringtone. Next, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Not the opening theme. I'm talking about the little snippet featured with the title cards. This is my current ringtone. I've been using it for roughly a year. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, mainly the original series that ran from 1969 to 1970. To me, Scooby-Doo strikes the best balance between straight-laced and humor. My favorite episode would probably be the one with the mummy who turns characters into stone. I love that scene where Shaggy finds a statue of Scooby, starts crying, then the real Scooby appears and Shaggy says, "Look, Scoob, you've been turned to stone." And then they both start crying. Despite the below-average animation, the entertaining cast, interesting storylines, spooky atmosphere, and unique monster designs compensated for the poor animation. Ted Nichols, the groovy composer, outdid himself. All the music, even 50 years later, still sounds very fresh. Next, Zed Transmission, derived from WWE 2K16's killer soundtrack. Man, I spent hours on that game. Match after match, I usually selected Undertaker. It was so exciting. I even created my own character and played as him. Eventually, the transmission tune got burned into my brain to the point where I was thinking about it even when I left the house. Thus, I decided to make it my ringtone. Finally, My Chemical Romance, Sleep. Black heart emoji. My dad introduced me to My Chemical Romance. Once I started listening to them, I couldn't stop. They're such an important band for our generation. They don't just determine what music we like, they influence how we dress, act, and carry ourselves. Sleep arguably represents the strongest connection I feel with My Chemical Romance. So, I switched to this ringtone. Honestly, I might switch back. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Until then, rock on.